Growing up, I begged for piano lessons, and I will never forget the day that I woke up and a piano arrived at my house and my parents finally said, yes, we're gonna sign you up for piano lessons. So I went to my lessons and I was more than a little disappointed when I realized that the songs I'd be learning kind of sounded like this. And eventually, after a few years, so that wasn't the music that I wanted to learn to play. It wasn't the music that was inspiring me. And while it did help me to become a better musician, those lessons were very, very helpful, I didn't love the experience as much as I could have if I had been focusing on songs that I actually really loved and wanted to learn. So long story short, many years later, I'm sitting here as the piano teacher, and what I've discovered is that you can learn to play songs, contemporary music, put together chord progressions, play the songs you hear on the radio, sing along, all of that, and you can learn to do that right away, usually in your very first lesson. And so that's what this lesson is all about. I am here to show you that you can play songs that you love on the piano, and all you need are 4 chords. So let's dive in. All right, so all songs are based on something called a chord progression. And all a chord progression is a series of chords that kind of just repeats itself. Now in popular music, so if you turn on the radio, listen to pop music, chances are that the songs you're hearing are built using just 4 chords. And they're very, very simple to play and very easy to find. So let's take a look at our keyboard for a moment. We're going to be looking at something that every piano player will learn, and usually this is something you learn early in your piano playing journey. It's called the C scale. So we look at the black keys to help orientate ourselves on the piano. So if you find a group of 2 black keys, see how they go 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. Find the group of 2 nearest the middle, and then you're gonna scooch down from this bottom black key, and this takes you to C. And if you're near the middle of your piano, we can call that middle C. So a C scale uses C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and then look at that, we're back at C. So we can give these notes all a number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and because these 2 notes are called the same thing, we call this 1 again. Now to build a chord, all you need to do is take your thumb, use your right hand for now, place it on C, and then you're gonna notice if your fingers each hover over a key, your 5 finger has this note here, and you can just do this for a moment. Because if you're new to the piano, playing a full chord, which looks like this, can be a little bit tricky because the fingers tend to like smush down all the keys, and from a coordination standpoint, it can be challenging at first. So begin just like this, nice and easy. We'll add that middle note in just a moment. So we call this the 1 chord because it's based on the first note of the C scale. Now, the other chords, we're gonna move our hand now. We're gonna go to the 5 chord, and this is cool. Watch this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is where our baby finger was, so now we just gotta go whoop. So you keep the same shape, everybody moves. The party is now happening here. So your thumb is now on G, and your baby finger is on D. And we call this the 5 chord. The next chord we're gonna need is the 6. And so that comes right after 5. Everybody moves over. And finally, we're gonna go to the 4 chord. 1, 2, 3, 4, which is an F. So if we're at 6 here, we can count backwards, 5, 4. And now, if I do this, watch this. 1, everybody moves up to 5. And then everybody goes to 6. And then we're gonna travel down to 4, which is an F chord. You've just played basically every pop song ever written. You just don't know it yet. So this is where things get really, really exciting. Because once you get comfortable with that, so I played this open shape with my right hand, and I played just the same note as my thumb was hitting each time I moved it with my left hand, and I could just follow around, and it created a really cool sound. So check this out. Just a small town girl living in a lonely world. She took the midnight train going anywhere. Boom. Or you could go to, let's go to Taylor Swift. Romeo, take me somewhere we can be alone. I'll be waiting. All you have to do is run. You'll be the prince and I'll be the princess. It's a love story, baby, just say yes. Same 4 chords. There are, seriously, hundreds, thousands of songs that use this chord progression. Let it go, let it go. I can't believe I'm doing this. Can't hold it back anymore. You can even go to like kids songs. Disney even uses the 1, 5, 6, 4 progression. Mind blowing, right? Okay, so I'm going to just calm my excitement down for a brief moment here to walk you through the process of playing this chord progression. We're going to use Don't Stop Believin just because it's a very popular song. It's super fun to sing along with and lots of people know it. So you're gonna see the lyrics on the screen. You're gonna see chord names above the lyrics that tell you to play C or G or A. You'll notice beside the A, there's a little M, and that's because A is a minor chord. It has a sad sound. So when you play as a full chord, it sounds kind of moody. So you don't really need to worry about that. You can just build it as we have been. So you're gonna see the words, you're gonna see the chord names, and I'll walk you through this. So get to your piano if you're not there already, and we're gonna go really slow. Here we go. So get ready on C. You're gonna play C and G, and then C with your left hand. Just a small town girl, living in a lonely world. She took the midnight train going anywhere. Just a city boy, born and raised in South Detroit. He took the midnight train going anywhere. Now you're gonna notice my left hand playing C with my 5. It probably makes the most sense to reach my 2 finger up to the G, my thumb up to the A, and then my 3rd finger down to the F, or you could use the 2 again. It doesn't really matter what finger numbers you're playing those with, just get comfortable with moving your hand in whatever way feels most natural to you. So let's keep going. This time, I want you to notice, I'm gonna start playing some of these chords below middle C. So you can play C here, and you can play G here, but there's also a G here. And there's an A here, and there's an F here. And so it just kind of changes the experience for your ear. It can get kind of repetitive playing them in the same spot every time. So watch what I do here. Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Street light people. You're now playing Don't Stop Believin'. And it's so much fun. So if you want to add to that, you can kind of, just a small town girl. You can build some rhythm. Living in a lonely world. She took the midnight train going anywhere. Or you can add that middle note in if you're feeling ready. So just look at your hand. As this shape lines up, your 3rd finger is gonna hit this note. So you've got a note, skip a note, got a note, skip a note, got a note. Just a city boy, born and raised in South Detroit. He took the midnight train going anywhere. So, I hope this has been inspiring for you. I hope that you're seeing this and going, oh my goodness, I can play songs that I love. And if you don't love Don't Stop Believin', don't worry, I've got you covered. I've linked up a few more below this lesson that you can click on, go, you'll see the words, you'll see the chord names above the words. They may not always be in the exact same order, but the chords themselves will be the same. So you can go through and play these just to practice the idea. So I hope this has been inspiring for you. This is a skill that I have been teaching my students at their very first lesson for years, and it's so exciting. Even if your fingers feel clumsy at first and you have to go really slowly before you find all the positions, that's okay, because with a little bit of practice, it gets easier and easier. Now, if you're trying this out and you're like, oh my gosh, this is amazing, I need more of this, we've got you covered. We've got all kinds of lessons inside the Pianote membership that cover exactly this, and they'll teach you how to do fancy rhythms, they'll teach you how to do chord inversions, and fills and little runs and make your playing sound super extra fancy. So you can find all that linked up below as well. Happy practicing, and I'll see you around.